What's happening? It's Dad's After Dark. It's Ryan. Wake up! We got something to talk about today, people! It's dad life. It's parenting. It's everything we need to know about. Let's get talking. What do you think? Dad's After Dark. Whew, way more energy than I was ready for just then, but that's okay. Dom is driving. Enter the studio. Dom, did you know that it tells us? Oh, that's your name. I thought that the software was letting me know you were driving, so we should now bring attention to how dangerous you're being.
No, I don't think it's that smart yet. But I put that in there and decided to, yes, not put on my video so that I wasn't being too dangerous. But yes, I'm driving. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good evening.
Smart guy. Good evening. These, you know what? These little moments. Oh, Monday evenings, they sneak up quick. Gotta be honest.
I know. I legit texted you guys like a couple hours ago. I'm like, oh shoot, I totally forgot. And so yeah, I scheduled to get my hair cut and my beard trimmed, so I'm on my way there now. I'll hang out on the phone and then I'll park there. I'll be there in about 15 minutes. I'll park and turn my video on so you guys can see me and it isn't so weird. But
No,
just
it's
enjoy
okay.
the
We got your
screensaver.
family. I know your family's here. This is great. We're so happy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yep. Yep. What's up, man? How's
What's
your day?
what's the difference? What's the difference in dad life from the morning to the evening? One is Jason versus me. But what
What
else is it?
what's the difference? Oh, I don't know. Might be like energy levels, but I mean it's kind of on and off. Like sometimes we're a little down and sleep deprived in the morning and our energy's a little uh a little heavier, a little better in the evening. Some people, I'm more energied up in the morning,
Hmm.
and you know and then the audience. I don't know where our audience is, who's there. I see Caitlin and Brofit. That's it. They're
Nice,
they're
nice.
here with us in the morning and the evening.
Oh,
Those are
we love you
diehard
guys.
fans. Love
Got
those
Brofit
two.
picking up Logan right now.
Okay, nice.
So good stuff. All right,
Good
is
stuff.
is big. All right, this is what I wanted to know about.
Let's talk, man.
First of all, I do need to know if my sell at the top strategy is working out via Coinbase. Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on. I feel like I gotta check in every once in a while here. Let's see what's going
Ryan's
on here.
becoming an expert
Um,
trader, y'all. Follow him for financial advice. He is
or possibly
100%
horrible.
not licensed, but he will still give you advice.
We'll see. We're still down. Still down. Okay. All right. So I was going to ask about dad fails because this is like the vulnerability moment. I let my daughter open the door, answer the door naked today, and it like threw me off completely. Someone's coming in to like check the temperature in the apartment over here because they have to like apparently green energy is a thing. And so they were trying to figure it that so she just goes and answers the door. I'm like, kiddo, why are you naked? Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, you got to come get me. It's like completely thrown off. The guy comes in and like my wife was like, some guy has to come in and check the temperature of the water and has to check the temperature of our PTAC units. And so he's coming in, he's checking these things out. I'm like, I don't even know why you're here. And he's telling
Yeah.
me, he's like, so I'm already flustered. And so the guy is like, well, I have to see what the temperature of things are. I was like, well, if you were here like 2 weeks ago, none of our PTAC units were working until we got new ones. But that one's still broken. So which one are you going to check? And why are you here for it? I was like a complete dick to him.
Should have just walked out and been like, sorry, I was putting my pants on. Figured you should only see one of us naked.
I don't know if I could be walking around naked while my daughter's naked. And then, yeah.
No, just as a joke, dude. Like, just to really throw him off.
But that was my biggest fail today. And it wasn't that bad. I guess it was a good one.
Yeah.
It was a funny one. I mean,
So
in the end,
like
but
the 4-year-old, like the 5-year-old and below, 6-year-old and below, like it's so hard to keep the clothes on them. Like
yeah,
Bentley was rocking out all day yesterday in just his boxer briefs. Like, and he was for sure like walking out on the front lawn, and he'll just, if we let him, which we don't, we always tell him to go around the side of the house, but he'll just start peeing on the front lawn. But we always tell him, like, come on, man, just go around to where the trash cans are and pee over there if you really got to do it.
yeah,
But yeah, they just don't want to keep clothes on.
they don't. Caitlin, do you want to play the game? Caitlin, you can come up and play the game. But yeah, wearing pants is the worst part of everything.
Yeah.
Um, hold on. How do I? Oh, here it is. Is it the guest link? I want to make sure people can have. Wait, where do I put the guest link? Do I put it in the chat?
Oh, the
If people
the
want to come
guest
up,
link, yeah, you can put it in the chat, and I think they
right?
can copy and paste it or click on it.
All right. Yeah, guys, you're more than welcome to pop up because I'd love to play the game if I can find it because I do like the game. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, dad fails though. Any other dad fails, parent fails? And by the way, Caitlin, I just want to bring a little bit of love and some positive thoughts your way. I know your dad went back in for surgery. Is that correct? Today?
Hmm. I did not know that. I know
I
they were
can
getting
go.
flooded last week, and I
Yeah.
think she starts school this week. So,
Oh, good. Okay.
oh, good.
Oh, there's
It went
Chels.
well. There's a Chels in the chat.
Yeah, Chels is here. Chels says that she fails as a parent daily. Not really. She said I parent fail daily. That sounds a lot more fun.
Yeah.
Um, the daily parent fail over here. Oh, she's giving her the title of the daily parent fail. Chels,
Mm.
we know that's not the case though. We know that Chels is killing it over there as a mom with twins, um, and a big brother. So you guys are doing amazing stuff. I can only imagine the type of humans that you're creating right now. So that's great. But Caitlin, I'm glad that your dad is out of surgery and it went well. I know it was kind of a surprise. It seemed like, at least from one of the messages. So that was
Okay.
definitely good. What else we got? What else? What other parent? We have a parent win today. I have a parent win. But how about you? Any
Um,
parent? I know that you're a little bit like kind of away from home right now, but
my wife has the parent win. I'll just shout her out. She got an earlier doctor appointment. So like I think last week, our son hurt himself. Like I think in maybe in recess or PE or something, like hurt his hip. So we're not sure
hmm,
if he pulled something or if he has like a little hairline fracture or something like that. But she had him scheduled to go to the doctor tomorrow, and tomorrow's kind of like a busy day.
yeah,
Um, but she called just to see if they had anything available, and they sure enough they had something available for him today, after, like, right after school, which was cool because she could still do like the pickups and not pull him out of school early. And so they're at the doctor. He just got x-rays. They're waiting for the consult, the after x-ray consult, and I'll know better what happened. But yeah, that was
awesome. Good parent. Good mom. Parent win. That's awesome.
made her
Um,
Monday easier, and or made her Monday a little bit more busy, but her Tuesday definitely got easier. So
is this
that's
is this is this first injury?
yeah, for the most
Big
part, other
one.
than,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, he's been limping around a little, for the last couple of days or week or whatever, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't like hurt, like we were playing in the pool and he was, everything seemed completely normal. It's just like when he walks, he kind of like walks a little funny. Um, and then he was having a hard time at his soccer. Like he's just started soccer, so he had a first day clinic Saturday, and like, he barely participated and was having trouble. So
Yeah.
she pulled him from practice tonight. He'll miss this whole week basically because of the injury in Hawaii, but hopefully it's nothing major. but we'll see. Yeah, we've never really had a majorly injured kid yet, other than like Brooklyn's eyes, because she's had a couple surgeries for her eyes. But other than that, we haven't had any broken bones or anything like that
Wait, you're,
to date.
someone in your eye, someone in your family, their eyes were an issue, and you haven't had anything major. Their eyes, my friend.
Well, it was like, so the story of that is like, so I don't know, everybody's known or seen pictures of Brooklyn, seen her in person or whatever. She has glasses. So like
Mhm.
one day we were at, and I know it because we were like doing something, like we were at a Toyota dealership buying my wife a new car. And that was like, I don't know, 10 years ago.
I love how
No, it would have been.
specific this is right now. This is great.
And we
Keep
just
going.
like turned around and looked at Brooklyn, and her eyes just, one of her eyes just started to cross. And we both looked, Amy and I both looked at each other and we're like, have you
Gosh.
ever seen that before?
Ooh.
And it was like, nope, never seen that before. Like it was just the weirdest thing, never happened. It just all of a sudden happened. And so we went to like doctor appointments and all this stuff, and she just ended up needing surgery to correct like a muscle issue. And so she's had two eye surgeries, one on each eye, um, to try to correct it. She's 12 now. So she's had glasses since she was 3 or 4 or something like that. And like I said, the two eye surgeries, and she's starting to wear contacts a little bit and get
Mhm.
used to that.
Okay.
But yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
crazy having a 3-year-old, drinking the knockout juice and then going to surgery and stuff like that. I forget what it's called, but it's a common-ish thing. Um, yeah, some sort of eye muscle surgery or something like that. That's why my wife is such a goat, because she would know like all of that stuff like easily if you asked her about it. Whereas me, I'm like, yeah, maybe this day. I know Ryan just left me.
I'm here.
There he is.
Yeah. I put some pizza in the oven for my kiddos, and then I
Okay.
was like, "Hey, DM, can you come get me when the alarm's going off?" She didn't
Yeah.
come get me. So,
No. Wait, you asked the
wait a
younger
second.
one, not the older one?
The older one's not here. The younger one is just over
Ah,
there
gotcha.
fending for herself right now. I poured a bowl of yogurt and then put out some little gummies, and I was like, "Don't come bother me." Now, I
I'm gonna throw these
mean,
treats on the floor, and here's your babysitter, Mr. Apple iPad, or whatever device you have.
yeah, it goes.
Don't answer the door naked, and I'll check back in with you.
Do me a favor, just make sure that you can do at least like two of those things, can you? Yeah, it's always tough. But this is it. It's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock's a different time. I mean, like, look, in the morning, 8 o'clock is a tough moment. Um,
Oh yeah.
busy. It's busy. It is. So, and then 7 o'clock's tough too. 7 o'clock is tough. Then 8 o'clock we do bedtime, and that kind of makes it tough. But like, it is one of the hardest parts of the day. But and this is the thing too. Brofit's confused. Brofit doesn't know what we're talking about. Maybe he was concerned that we're letting my child run the kitchen right now. But yeah, the evening's tough. The evening is hard. You know what makes it hard too, and I'm really curious about this as well. And we're gonna play the game in a little bit, by the way. So if Jason comes on, Jason's gonna have to play. If Jason's not here, you're gonna have to play. If someone wants
Me
to
again?
stay dumb, yeah, of course you're just gonna. Well, you know what? I can definitely play, but I have the questions in front of me, and this is what it's gonna be. Let's pick. This is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be. You have to pick between the stoic slime, accountable ant, or empathy elephant. So we'll come back to it.
Oh,
Um,
that's kind of cheating, right? Wouldn't I normally just pick the Stoic slime because that's my guy? You
great.
set
Okay,
me
you're
up.
up. Yeah, totally.
You set me up.
It's good, but this time I have all of the I have everything in front of me. I'm not just gonna be trying to find it all. So, oh, there he is. The beard's here.
Should turn it sideways.
Why is your ceiling so blue? We're looking at the
Yeah, it's
sky?
it's some
Look
sort of
at
like film or tint on the window up there.
Oh, all right. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was saying this. I'm so curious. I'm so
Well,
curious about this. I want to know significant others, whatever else. And this is something that I knew going into my marriage. No knock on anybody here. Just want to make sure I'm prefacing with that. So mornings are tough, evenings are tough. I'm on in the morning. Like the morning time is like, let's go. Like it is, we're making sure that we got our plan set. I know what's going on. My head is like ready to go. Um, don't talk to me though. Like I gotta, I'm going. Now, Lauren's a little bit of a talker. Like she likes to kind of connect in the morning.
Hmm.
Over coffee, and she enjoys that. And it's a little bit slower. It's a little bit more like I think she wants to be a little bit curious in the morning. But I'm like, don't be curious. I got things to do, which isn't right, right? I
I
think
gotta
it's
move.
something like yeah. It's like no, these questions are holding me back. Now at night though, it's probably when I'm a little bit more ready to accept questions. I'm a little bit more ready to be there, right? But Lauren, it's not that
Mm,
she's not, but she is like, she's right. She's like, it's me time. It's me
yeah.
time. I have to, like, she's like, I'm putting on my shows, I'm putting on my stories. Don't talk to me, you know? Um, and I got to respect that, right? And it makes it a little bit tough. So the evening is hard, just like the morning is, but the evening's hard because I think it's like where I think I'm ready to kind of give a little bit more. And then Lauren's like, no, 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 I'm done. And I like, again, I respect it. Again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, are you guys coming from a relationship? Are you both morning people, both evening people? You guys have
No,
a
I think
different
we're
thing?
exactly the same as what you just described. I'm a go 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 in the morning, and I do I think I can't remember where I read it. Somewhere I read that, like men are doers, women are talkers, like naturally. Like, there's obviously exceptions to that rule, and it's obviously not just like that simple. But I
Yeah.
like that. I vibe with that because I'm very much like, I'm just gonna go around and do stuff. Like, I'll plan it in my
Mhm.
head and then I'll do it. Whereas my wife tends to like talk about it out loud to herself and me. But yeah, my energy starts real hard and fast in the morning, and she's kind of slow to go in the morning. And then I think midday, like when we're together, midday, like conversations are the easiest. And then at
Yeah.
night, I lose all my energy and I just want to kind of chill. But I'm still a little talkative if I need to be. And then she very much, like you said, like Lauren, she wants to have her me time, like once the kids are asleep and stuff like that. Like I'm like, do you want to stay up and talk? And she's like, no, you go to bed. I'm gonna watch my show. And I'm like, okay, all right.
All right. Man, that
She's like, I've
sounds
had
you
enough
guys
of you. Go to sleep.
you guys communicate that so well. I feel like
Uh, you know, somewhat. I wouldn't say so well. We're getting there.
I think there's moments where I end up just saying I think we both accepted the fact that we just say we're just better on text. Like even if like different, if we're like in
Mm,
the same apartment, obviously, it's just like, you know what,
that's
text
funny.
it, and then we're gonna communicate better that way.
See, that's funny because
And
like my wife doesn't like to text me. Like she doesn't like having a text conversation with me. Like I like it and I appreciate it and I try to, but she just like does not like responding. Where I get the most conversation with her in text is whenever it's in group text. Like when
that
we're talking
in group
about when we're
text, you
talking.
get the most from her. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, like if you look at like
Interesting.
we text back and forth like when it's important stuff, but like if I'll be like, "How was your day, honey? Like what's going on?" Like, because I'm away, she'll like not respond. And then she'll call me when she like gets a free minute in the morning and we'll have, a 30-45 minute talk or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, she's not about that like that morning check-in text.
I
It kind
have
of cracks
a
me up.
has anyone here ever been in like couples therapy before? And so I think some people don't like to admit it. I know that Lauren and I have. We're pretty open about it. But it's good. I mean, even proactively, I think it's definitely a good thing um, to to do that kind of thing. And I think it's really interesting to just get, I think, a different perspective on certain stuff. And we've definitely done different kinds of like therapy before. Um, But if anyone is familiar with the Gottmans, anyone familiar with the Gottmans at all? The Gottman theories
Hmm.
and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, and they're pretty popular. And so I feel like there was like we were in therapy and we were being taught about the Gottman method. Now Lauren's a social worker, so she I think was more familiar at least than I was. I don't want to say she was an expert on it if she wasn't, but she definitely had some understanding of it. And in the Gottman theory, there's two things, and that was something we always had to deal with. And so pre-marriage counseling. See, pre-marriage counseling, I don't um Caitlin, was that more from a religious kind of standpoint? I don't know, and I know some I'm not a religious person myself, but it is something that I know that a lot of priests will recommend, or you'll do something beforehand. So anyway, I think it's great, and I think not a lot of people do it. I think not a lot of people know the questions to ask their significant other before they get married.
Yeah.
But
Or even that's a thing.
what to ask questions or pre-marriage
No, that they're
counseling?
pre-marriage. Like I would have never thought of that, like as a thing. But I've heard about it plenty of times now.
Yeah.
But back when I was in that stage, like
Uh-huh.
that sounds like a pretty good idea to me now.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I also think that there's kind of I think people kind of look at it as like, well, you only go to therapy if there's a problem, right? And so you, I think at that stage of life, a lot of people may not end up being as emotionally available or as emotionally mature to actually accept therapy for what it actually is, right?
Mm.
Be like, no,
Yeah.
everything's fine. Like, I think that you're just whatever, you're just drinking heavily anyway, having a good time. So, anyway, so with the Gottman thing, right? So the Gottmans are, we were dealing with something pretty heavily. And if you know this, it's just negative sentiment override. Basically means like like you're lost. Like you both could say anything, and you both basically hate each other. And so
Yeah.
it's like there is just like this negative energy or negative memories that are going to like be brought up in your head as someone kind of says something. So it's like you have to get over that. And so one thing in particular, there's something called sliding door moments. Have you ever been there before? You ever hear that? So sliding door moments
Mm-mm.
are basically like when you have to realize that the person in the relationship, the other person is trying to kind of open the door and just kind of let you in. You have to accept it, right? So it's like a sliding door moment where you're both like, all right, we know it's the end of the night. We're both kind of like frustrated, whatever. But Lauren asked me to go watch a show with her. But she always falls asleep. I never like the shows, but it's a sliding door moment, and I'm gonna go do that, right? And same with me. Like if I were to say something and she would have to kind of accept that sliding door moment, we would both accept that we would both know that it's a sliding door moment, right? Take it, even if it's for like, less than a minute, but like take that moment because it's a way to connect. It's a way to put that negative sentiment to the side. And I feel like that's like going through therapy with these like two young kids. We're trying to have these like sliding door moments. Like, I just made a sliding door moment for you. Come in the door. Just be like, so like we were fighting about the sliding door moments, like yelling at each other, like come into the door, like I did this for you. And at some point, it wasn't even that anymore. It was just the fact that we were trying to create these sliding door moments that people
Oh
wouldn't come in
man.
at. And so it was just like it was tough mornings, it was tough evenings, and the kids won't go to sleep, and so it was always hard. Um, but yeah, I totally, that pre-marriage counseling to kind of get through those moments, I think is really tough. But we all change, and it's I don't know. It's is there a way for you to understand what you and your significant other are going to be once you have the challenges of having a child or children? I don't know. I don't know. Um, Lauren and I went through a lot before we had kids. In terms of other things, just like health stuff. And so it was definitely challenging for us, but that was a different thing. It wasn't kids. Kids are a different animal altogether. So that was funny. That was a time I kind of think back and I laugh a little bit in my head about because we both meant so well with it all. But I would totally want to make sure that people can find the humor in that. I think it's hard because I don't know if I would say this story in front of Lauren with that humor and be like, that was funny. because I think that it was something that like, we still look back on. It was hard because it was a hard time. That was like when, like that was a moment where it's like, okay, what we now have. I don't know how old. DM was like tiny. He wasn't sleeping. Sloan wasn't really sleeping either, and it was just hard. So, but it was good conversations. But yeah, I think you had to do the counseling or the premarital counseling right before you got married. Okay, got it. Yeah, Lauren's a social worker. She actually just got a job. She's been really kind of going after it for a while. So apparently here in New York, at least, I don't know if it's this way in other states, but and these are more Lauren's words. And if she was here, she'd probably correct me. Like, I didn't say that. But the job she has now for the Department of Education as a social worker is apparently like a great position to have in terms of like being able to use your skills and you basically have the same schedule as like a teacher, but you're not teaching. So that's like a huge win, and she's just really happy. So that was actually a big change for us recently, which is why some of my mornings and not even being on stream was part of why I couldn't be there because I was able to be with the kids more, and that was definitely good too. So interesting change. That was actually a moment where it was so welcomed to have this like big kind of like shift in terms of like being able to take on more dad roles and like Lauren having her new job and everything. That was definitely cool. But morning routines. Tom, are you when you are home, do you do school drop-offs and pickups or is this like a bus? Because that's like something that
Yeah.
I didn't know about.
Yep, I do. Yeah, we try to do it together, but it's, sometimes it's just easier. And like when I'm home, the kids, because like the way it's done when I'm not home is the girls get dropped off like pretty early so that Amy can make it to Bentley drop off. So then when I'm home, I take the girls so that she can be a little bit more leisure. Like like Bentley's the hardest to like wake up and get him all ready. So if he has to be ready like an hour before his school actually starts because she has to go take the girls to school and then him, it's a little
Mhm.
bit more stressful for her. So yeah, when I'm home, I'll take the girls, she'll hang out with Bentley, and then it's a little easier for her in the morning. And then same thing with pickup. It's like kind of like a race, and there's like traffic from to get like him and then the girls versus she can just take her time getting him and then I'll go get the girls.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And that's kind of why I've been trying to like make those days possible that I can stay home and kind of help her out with that, especially when I actually have time. Like so
Mhm.
right now just like a little slow at work. So I've been trying to get back on the schedule of hanging out with them more often. Plus the first week of school is kind of fun week to stay home with them.
Yeah,
Whoa, we got a waffles in the
me
studio.
too.
Oh, how
Waffles.
fun!
Hey
Hey,
guys, how are you?
Caitlin,
What's
what's
going on,
up?
Caitlin? How are you?
I figured I can just hop on because my last day of being able to actually watch with you guys on Monday nights for a while.
Well, it's only the second time, so
Hey, I know. I thought I'd practice tonight and definitely emailed everybody and scared my entire team that we'd practice tonight
And
until
you
my
did it?
boss told me, and we didn't. Yeah, he's like, practice starts next week. And I was like,
Oh
I'm
no,
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dope!
now
I'm gonna
everyone's
go
ready.
watch
Now
my
there's no excuses.
favorite Daily Dad show. Thanks.
No, I was like, sweet. Yeah, it's my last week of my last class until I have like 2 weeks off, I think. So I'm excited to get a little bit of a break from school that I have to do.
Caitlin, you're working with what grade again?
So I teach 7th and 8th graders for a living, and then I coach 8th graders. Then I also coach high schoolers
Mm. What's the
as well.
biggest difference between what I know as middle schoolers versus the high schoolers?
Maturity, and they don't smell as bad with the high schoolers.
Oh man, that's the thing. Oh man,
Yeah,
that'd be
Dude,
tough.
kids stink, dude.
yeah. Middle school boys are probably the stinkiest age group I've ever worked with before. Worse than dirty diapers.
My girls are pretty
Wait,
stinky though too.
yeah. So boys in your experience are dirtier than the girls, smellier than the girls.
Usually because it's constant farting.
So it's farting. Okay, I really wasn't sure what it's gonna be. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like our kids So I work with like a low income population of students. So a lot of my kids don't have access to like good hygiene.
Yeah.
So we have some students who will shower and then put on their dirty uniform. So in some cases, it's not having the accessibility of clean clothes. Some cases they're pouncing between houses at night, so they don't have like the consistency of going home to the same place. Or they get homework done, take care of their younger siblings, so their hygiene normally gets put off to the side. So days though, every day is a shower day, is a phrase that we say with our students.
Are they able to take showers at school?
Mm-mm. No,
Oh,
not at our
yeah.
school. We don't have a locker room or anything like that. We do, but there's not like showers any person should use.
There was a movement. Was it a movement? Was it a foundation? I don't know what it was. It was I think it was like through Tide or is through Whirlpool maybe. And I think it was trying to put washers and dryers in schools for just this reason, for a lot of like low income or just anyone that maybe just needs to learn some home economics. And so I thought that was a really cool movement that they were trying to put that into schools. And again, I think it was Whirlpool. I can't say that right. Whirlpool. That should happen though. That'd be cool.
I know one of my coworkers will actually take, especially during basketball season, he took some of his players. He took one of his players' uniforms home because we are like a private school, so we're a uniform school. Mm-hmm. And he would wash his clothes for him for the week because he only had 2 uniform shirts anyway. So it would be like switching it every week. You'd take his stuff.
What is, I don't want to, maybe I do, decipher between like the low income and just the fact that these are kids that are learning the world right now. But from your standpoint, we got smells, we got clothes, we got maturity. What are 2 other challenges that you're seeing with kids right now? Either like things that they don't even know to ask or know about, or things that you have to either learn yourself, like for them?
I think this is my 7th year working at the same school. Resilience is the biggest word. And I think even like academic endurance is the biggest one. It's if something's challenging, it's the I quit mindset rather than being able to push through. I think we live in a world of just information is right at our fingertips, which makes forcing kids to be creative and like using thinking skills and critical thinking skills has been really, really tough. And then accountability, I think the want to be held accountable is, especially for like my students, is really a struggle some days. But I think you see the difference with like parents though too in that case. So I think I've seen a shift in some parenting of just, why does my kid have to do this? Why are you holding them accountable? Has been really tough. I think especially being in a Christian school, we believe in grace and like showing forgiveness. And I think sometimes we forget that even though we do believe in Jesus, we love showing forgiveness. That doesn't mean you're not going to be held accountable when things happen. So like when we have contracts, it's like, but can't you give me one more chance? This contract was your last chance to fix, last chance in quotes there too. So I think that's some of the hardest things that I've seen like that shift at our school. And even from like a coaching standpoint, I coach in the like out in Milwaukee too, and a lot of the kids is the same thing. Hi, so that's been my struggle, is just families wanting their kids to be pushed and challenged even within like the sports world too.
That is, I mean, not to want to be challenged or able to be challenged in the sports world that I would assume would come innately, but I guess
you would be surprised. You would, yeah. Bro fits in the chat. He definitely helped me out with in a situation that happened last season where I almost quit coaching completely just because I'm like, I can't do it. This is how culture is. I'm like, I don't want to be a part of this. This is how culture is going to turn within the sports world. So I'm still coaching, but we'll see what happens. This may be, I may be shifting focus to coaching.
My AirPods just died. What's up, Ann? What's going on over there?
Not much.
And I finally can jump on because I'm never here in the morning.
Oh, and Jay's here. Hi, Jay.
We got. Is this crowded, guys? Am I making this into an awkward fivesome? I can leave.
Nope. You're perfectly on time to play
I
our
only got
game.
like 15 more minutes, so you're okay.
Okay.
Charles,
We just need Charles up now.
Then it'll be
Charles
even.
can fix it all.
What's up, everybody? Don't let me interrupt. What were we talking about?
We were saying hi to Anne.
What's up, Ann? Good to see you live.
Anne,
know,
what do you
you
want to
guys
talk
are just
about? Do you
too
want to talk
early
about
for me.
bedtimes, backpacks, or big dad energy?
Let's
There's
not
only-
talk about school. We have 2.5 more weeks, and like I'm so not ready for any of that stuff. Like bedtimes are not even close to where they're supposed to be. We're going to bed between like 10 and midnight right now. It's not a good.
Wow.
Like I haven't done school shopping. Like I'm not. None of us is ready for school. Let's just say that.
Same. And I've already been
Let's
in
not go
school
there.
for almost a week.
I'm not ready for school either.
We're
You
cruising.
don't
We're
get it.
cruising perfectly fine at our household. We have absolutely no problems. We hit the ground running, no issues whatsoever.
Must
It
be
was
nice,
just
Don.
perfect.
Must be nice.
Dom was also like, in fact, we're gonna get a pet during this time as well. So
Makes total sense.
One week before we leave for a week in Hawaii. Yeah, we
goodness.
make smart decisions in our household. Oh, and I got a new car, so like, yeah, I'm just like all over the place.
If it makes you feel better, today during teaching, I lost different papers I needed to teach with 8 different times today. I'm like, I don't
Wow.
remember where I put the stack of papers, and I had to reprint stuff like 8 different times, and it was just so bad. I'm like, welcome to Monday, everybody.
Also, like I mean, my coffee. How often I lose my coffee cup and like have to make a new one and then find the other one. It's like, well, we're drinking a little more.
Yeah, it's the one thing I don't lose is my coffee.
Yeah. I've solved my coffee cup problem with just drinking Celsius. It's just kind of like a cure-all for anything coffee.
I lose stuff. With my water bottle, it's like I lose stuff. But I also lose my mind sometimes. The other day I was on my phone looking for my phone. So that has happened too many times lately. It's like
That's a
something
move.
isn't right. It's like,
And what did I text you when I got home today? I quit.
done.
I don't know what I'm quitting, but I'm quitting everything at this point.
Yeah, the amount of times my wife goes up or down the stairs and then hits the find my phone with her watch, and like she's on the opposite floor, and all of us are like, it's down here. That cracks me up.
Mhm.
I do worse with more technology. I will lose more things when I have more ways to find the things that I lose. I think it's me like accepting the fact that like I don't have to pay as much attention to it, and
True.
I can't do it. It overwhelms my brain. It just overwhelms everything, and it just makes me less accountable. I just can't do it all. And I know in my world, I see so many people. They have the Aura rings. They have every single watch. Like people are wearing like 3 watches now to like track what's going on in their life, and I'm like, do you think you're that important? And they do. People think they're that important, and they pay me to make sure they're important. So I do it. So it's
I
okay.
stopped actually wearing my Apple Watch because I just didn't want to wear it anymore. But I stopped wearing. I have not lost my phone since I stopped wearing my Apple Watch. Mhm.
It's like accountability. It is. It's like you have to be more accountable, just accountable to yourself. So I get it. It's just I can't deal with the idea of one having a watch or more wearables and then being reminded to go look at my technology a little bit more often, but then to turn off the technology so I don't have to do it. Then it's a waste of the technology, and then I just like I'm done. I'm out. So
Yeah, there is definitely a crisscrossing of like technology uses. Where was I? I think we were in a teacher meeting the other day, and it was either Kristen here at home or at school. I can't remember. Whoever the lady was that I was sitting next to, might have been married to her, had her phone, her tablet, and her computer all on at the same time. And that caused me a little bit of like low level anxiety of like having to deal with 3 separate things at once. Like it's like, is it too much? Probably not. But is it necessary? No. It's like I'm a big.
I'm really quiet over here. That's
I'm a big fan.
I need
of,
multiple devices because then I know where things are coming from. If I have too many tabs open, I don't know where shit comes from. So I know the music comes from my phone. I'm working on my computer, and this is over here. Like that makes it easier for me.
But I feel like that's different though. Like it's not like you're using all 3 screens open in front of you, like typing on your phone while doing something else, while watching.
No, but let's go with that.
Yeah, we're
Caitlin's your enabler.
yeah, always.
Don't let them say you have a problem, and you are perfect.
I
Get
know
more
I have a problem,
devices.
and I'm okay with it. But it's my problem, and I'm only doing it.
I will say, if I have any superpower, it is keeping my tabs at a minimum. Like my tabs right now are open enough where I can read the whole title of what that tab is. Like sometimes, and you might be able to connect with this, but sometimes a teacher will give like a presentation up on like on the projector, and they'll have 20, 30 tabs where it's just the icon, and half of them are like a Google Doc. That drives me nuts when I see that. And I'm not even a tidy person, but that still just causes me anxiety.
You know what gets me is this going back and forth between like Google Docs and then everything Apple, and then I don't know what to use anymore. And sometimes I'm just like, give me my notebook. And then I have people that are like, Ryan, you didn't put anything in the doc. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. And then it's not a good thing. But why are we using different technologies? Why are we using different platforms and all this? I just want to have one platform. It's never going to happen though. So
one platform. Is this the backpack stage of the discussion? Is this what we're talking about?
What does that mean?
I'm just trying to stay relevant to the title here.
Oh, got it.
Wait, the title? What's the title? I didn't even read the title.
Bedtimes, backpacks, and big dad energy.
I read it to you when you joined, Dan.
I thought it was just a slogan you guys have.
No,
He was looking at her other device.
I just made all these logos like 40 minutes ago. So everything's new.
I really like I like how you just make Mountain Time like a conspiracy. That's great.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't. You know this. Well, because Caitlin, what are you in Mountain Time?
I'm in Central, the good time.
Jason, you're the only one that's made up. You're the only one.
I think it's also the only time that's never mentioned on TV. Like when I first moved here, because you have different time zones, they would always say like Eastern, West, and then Pacific, and then Central. They would never say Mountain. Like not once on TV have they mentioned Mountain Time.
Nothing really happens in Mountain Time.
So, is it really called Mountain Time? Is there a different?
There is a different.
Actual.
I just had dinner on time, y'all. There is a time.
Like I know there's a time, but
what does
really
on time mean in Mountain Time though? That doesn't mean anything.
5 o'clock. Sunset. We have dinner at sunset. Early evening, mid-evening.
I feel like Mountain Time just lives on angles of the sun. All right, guys.
Well, wait, that's what Mountain Times exist on.
I'll go with your joke. That works. Yes, you're right. Guys, okay, who is playing the game today? Who is going to get vulnerable?
What's the game?
And just say yes. Say yes. Say yes.
I'm not saying yes.
I'm always
these guys.
One of you two.
I already played.
What's the game?
Tom did play.
I played in the chat last week too.
Oh, so it's me and Ann?
Okay.
You versus Ann.
Nose goes.
What is
Ann, okay,
I mean, I still did it, but
it's not a German.
It's not a German thing. At least we know how to always make Ann do something. You hear that, chat?
How do we put Ann on the spotlight here?
She'll learn.
What are we doing?
Okay.
Come on the big screen.
You're up, Ann.
In the hot seat, Ann.
You guys know I'm never coming up again, right?
No, this is how it goes. And this is what has to happen.
No. I don't have any media assets ready for this, but I'm just gonna find one. That's
All right, dude. Now I am more confused.
Slightly.
This way, that way.
right.
Ryan did not work today. Ryan.
I'm getting more and more confused over here.
That's okay. And you're going to answer some questions, but you get some choices here. All right. So what I want to make sure is that you know that you are going to have an out here, but it is about getting a little bit vulnerable. Are we okay with this? Yes. So, Anne, you are going to have to choose between 3 different VFriends characters. All right. Now,
Okay.
Dom was going to have a choice of these, but Dom has now let you play instead. Okay. So 3 characters. One is a stoic slime, the accountable ant, and empathy elephant. Now, this is what's going to happen. You're going to choose one of them that you feel you're going to be able to connect with and get vulnerable with, because I'm going to ask you 4 tiers of questions. We're going to go from tier 1 through tier 4. Okay. And what I want to make sure is that these are going to be specific to parenting and your children, however much you want to get here, or however deep you want to go. Now, each tier is a little bit different, and I will give you an out if it's something where you don't want to go to that next tier. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to go with this. Okay. So, Anne, this is your first choice out of the 2 choices that you'll get this whole game. Would you like to play Stoic Slime, Accountable Ant, or Empathy Elephant?
Accountable ant.
Accountable Ant it is. All right. All right. Again, I'm now going to be asking you 4 tiers of questions. We're going to start with tier 1, and we're going to move down. All right. Now, Accountable Ant is all about responsibility. It's all about ownership, right? It's you carrying the weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the question is this, is that, does carrying everything alone teach your child to share accountability, right? Or avoid it. So we're going to start with tier 1. Okay. So tier 1 is definitely
nice.
a good question. It's okay. It's okay. You'll get there. Now we
If you
learn a
make
little
me
bit
cry-
about ourselves. Now,
I'm gonna miss
Okay.
Anne crying.
so Anne, I love creating content. Maybe not as much as you, but I love creating content. Now, my MO for the longest time was, if my content doesn't make someone cry, it's a waste of time. Just to let you know. All right. So we
Good.
got this. Okay. So tier 1, we're going to start with this. Okay. So tier 1, the questions, it's an easy one, Anne. Don't get nervous. This one's good. But Anne, what's one responsibility you quietly handle every day as a mother?
Get my child.
Quietly.
Oh.
Quietly probably is the main word here.
Emotional regulation.
Ooh. It's a good one. Anne, I like that one. That was good. Okay. So tier 1, that was it. How was it? Was it easy?
Sure.
It was easy, right? It was easy.
I'm just
It
like,
was easy.
tears is getting worse.
No, it's not worse. Not worse. Not worse.
I'm good.
It's
You
fine.
are good.
It's fine.
You're doing great. We got
Just
our
recorded,
loyalty
we're
hat
good.
on. We're good. Okay. Now, Anne, we're going to go to tier 2. Are you okay going to tier 2?
Let's do it.
Okay. Got it. Okay. So, Anne, tier 2. When did you take ownership for something your child has done?
Speaking up.
Because that's what moms do.
Just my child for a second.
Oh, hey.
Give me my
Come on.
charger. Wanna say hi?
I feel like I looked around the corner like I could possibly see.
That was it. Well,
All right.
Sorry, I didn't hear your question. I was distracted by her.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to go back there. It's good. Okay. So tier 2 is, when did you take ownership for something your child did? Because that's what moms do.
Like a specific situation?
Yeah.
Don't know if it's one situation, but I feel like I oftentimes do, for the sake of, I know she is the way she is because of me. I spent the most time with her, and I see so much of me in her, that I know the thing she struggles is because I haven't learned them yet. And so she can't learn them until I do.
I like that.
Great answer, Anne.
Yeah. I feel like you were so quick on that too. I feel like it would take me a minute to actually realize that would be something that's going on in my life. That's great, Anne. Okay. Now you maybe see where this is going a little bit. We're going to get deeper. We're learning more about ourselves than we are as a parent as we get deeper here. So you have a choice. And actually, the crowd has a choice. Guys, you're up here. Dom, get back here. Okay.
Yo,
Guys, thank you so
You
much.
listens like this.
Okay.
that was
Dom
way
was-
too. You have way
Dom
too
was
much control.
crying.
That was ridiculous.
Great.
That was actually.
I actually was just. I
I
just parked in front of the barber, so I'm gonna go in and get my hair cut. So I
Go
will
do it, man.
check back in with you guys later.
All right,
Dom.
cool. All right,
Have a good
guys. So Caitlin, Jason,
Oh, I almost hit the end button.
don't do that. Okay,
Sorry.
so we are able to, and you also have some say in this too. We can go into tier 3 or tier 4. Now remember, the whole topic right now is about responsibility and ownership. As we go down in tiers, they do get a little bit more vulnerable. So we can go to tier 3, or we can switch. We can switch from accountable ant to either stoic slime, or we can go to empathy elephant. It's up to you.
I'm okay either way.
We're riding with the ant. Unless, Caitlin, Jason, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm enjoying the process. I think this is a cool game. Did you make this game up yourself?
No, I do nothing by myself these days with ChatGPT.
Come on, Jay. Where were you last week?
All right, here we go. Okay. Hold on. Where's my media asset?
No, you already used that. That's old.
I
That's
know.
all.
But the other ones don't. The other ones just don't make sense.
You can't blow your load here, Ryan. You got to save them. You can't just play them.
Ryan, update for the game. Next time you play with somebody, you should ask them to put whatever you put into your ChatGPT to put in theirs. Because my ChatGPT knows everything about me and has probably very different, very deep questions.
Ooh, I like that. That's a really
I
good
won't do
one.
that now, but you should do that for the next person.
Wait, hold on. This is really interesting because I was having a conversation with Lauren recently, and how I took the conversation was that I was like, okay, when I asked ChatGPT certain things, like this is what it gets, and then her response to me was, well, my ChatGPT, like she's talking to like it was a friend. Well, she would tell me to do this, and I was like, wait a second. What is this ChatGPT to you? It's amazing that these ChatGPT has taken on personalities for people. But I like that. What is your answer versus what does your ChatGPT say? And you got to share your screen. So get your tabs ready. I think that's important.
All of your
All right.
25 tabs.
All right, we're going to tier 3. Here we go. Tier 3 for accountable ant, responsibility and ownership. Where do you confuse responsibility with control in motherhood? It's a tough question. I think if you take a second and you think through this, if you don't get it.
Can you read it again?
Yep. Where do you confuse responsibility with control in motherhood?
I think I used to confuse it more with controlling versus now I feel more responsibility. I feel like I used to be more controlling and wanted things my way because that what worked for me. And like what that helped me regulate myself before I knew that I had ADHD and everything. And now that I know I have it and know like how to regulate things better, I think I'm better to have responsibility for certain things versus trying to control the situation. I'm better at letting her be her and work with that versus trying to change something I now know I can't change in her. Makes sense?
It does make sense because I think you kind of took this a little bit too, where you made it a little bit different, where basically you're kind of letting us know where you have taken responsibility instead of letting control take over is basically what you gave us. That's huge. I still love your first answer, by the way. I think that the emotional intelligence, the emotional maturity, all that kind of stuff is something that I think that we miss a lot of. Because it really encompasses all this stuff, which is definitely huge. All right. Anne, You're making this seem easy right now. You're making it seem easy. We're gonna go to tier 4. Ready? Tier 4. Tier 4 can be a little bit tough sometimes if we feel vulnerable. And maybe I'm just saying that because I want it to be. But tier 4 is where we start to see how our kids react or how our kids live their life based on what we've shown them we are right now. Okay? So, tier 4, we're ready. Tier 4, this is the question. If your child copies how you handle pressure, what will they believe about accountability?
They'll be really good at procrastinating.
But being creative.
Can you read that again?
Yeah,
Like that was
no worries.
almost a two-part question.
Yeah, it is, because we're trying to throw the word accountability in here a bunch. But if your child copies how you handle pressure, so however you handle pressure right now in your life, what will they believe about accountability? Now, I think this is kind of like is there a situation that has come up where maybe you had to offload accountability because the pressure was too much, that kind of thing, right? Or maybe you're not that type of person.
I think, and I've seen it in her, that it's important to apologize after when there's certain, and I think it depends on like when I'm not self-regulated, then I definitely don't react the way I want to. And I'm, for some reason, much better with her than with my husband, really good at going back and apologizing if I know I didn't react the way I would like have to. Like if I react too much or too quick instead of like letting her tell me really what happened. So I'm really big on apologizing to her for when I did something wrong and what I did wrong, and that it wasn't her and that what I did. I explain why I did it, but not as in like, this is my excuse, just for her to understand like sometimes when you're overwhelmed or when there's a lot of pressure on you or you feel sad about something or you didn't sleep well or didn't eat well, then sometimes you start reacting versus responding. So explaining her that this is what happens to people so that she learns too that might happen to her too, but then also saying that that isn't okay for me to act a certain way. While that might happen when I'm hungry or tired, it's still not okay for me to do that. And that's something I'm working on. So I'm trying to be very honest with her about when I reacted a way I didn't feel like I should have.
Okay.
And I see the same with her when she's an emotional person, and when she has an emotional reaction, then she will usually come afterwards and like want to talk about it or apologize for it. And then we just kind of talk through that she isn't a bad kid for that. It's just you were probably tired or you were hungry or whatever it was in the situation, or it was like a situation you felt overwhelmed with.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes our emotions kind of take over, and that's for her to see that just because you're an adult doesn't mean it's perfect. You know, you're always going to work on that stuff.
Yeah. I love it. Anne.
That was good. That was well answered. I would be taking at least 5 minutes to think about each one of those questions.
Yeah, you were so quick on those. Makes me jealous that you're so confident in those answers. That was great.
But I think a lot of my parenting can take me off the big screen now. I do have a question, like a serious, like I put it earlier in the parent thing. There was a moment earlier. She's a very emotional person. She can be very shy, especially with new people, but even sometimes with friends. So a friend of hers came over to wanting to play, and I love that it's one of the kids who lives in the neighborhood and who just comes over and knocks at the door, kind of how we grew up. I love that we have a friend like that. And she didn't want to play with him, but she didn't want to tell him. So she wanted me to, and I was like, you were 8.5, like you should be able to go to the door and say to your friend who have been in the class with for a year to say, I don't want to play today. And she had such a hard time with it. And so I could see in the situation that she felt so overwhelmed for some reason in that moment, and like super shy. And like we talked after, and she kind of started crying about it. And I was like, okay, was I pushing? It's like this fine line of like pushing them out of their comfort zone and letting them learn something that like skills they need to learn as humans. She needs to be able to talk to people. Like even if it's a stranger, it should be okay for her to say, I don't want to talk to you, or I don't want to play with you. And if she can't do that, sometimes even with a friend she has known for at least a year, then there's an issue for me that she's going to have a hard time socializing in general. So I feel like, but then she had like this really emotional, I don't want her to think that something is wrong with her or the way she is. She is a more shy, and like she can be completely outgoing if she knows you well enough. But especially with strangers, she's like hide behind you kind of person, but not to the point of like where you can't, like, I don't want her to go to the point where she can't talk to people. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's hard to like, when do you push to like, I need you to get a bit out of the comfort zone a little bit each day, versus like, well, was that too much? Like, I don't know. It's a hard line, I feel like.
Yeah, it is a hard line. We had one of Sloane's friends over here recently, and I think living in a building like this, you know, all the kids will want to sleep over to their houses, and like everyone kind of comes and goes. And the other night, one of the girls' parents were out, and they had come home, and it was a little bit later. And Sloane had asked if like she can sleep over, and they were talking about it. And then, you know, I had offered it up as well. I was like, yeah, if you want to sleep over, feel free to sleep over. But her friend had taken a minute, and she was like, you know what? I think I really want to go sleep in my bed tonight. And I was like, when I was your age, I would have totally just like caved to the pressure of feeling I had to sleep over because you asked and you asked. And I was just like, that is like, to me, that was like such a great thing. Because I think when I was that age, I look at like that as rejection, or I'd look at that as something where I needed to be a little bit more tactful in how I said something, or I'd have to like lie about it, right? And so it was, I was like, oh, it's great. That's kind of refreshing that like kids these days just say, yeah, no, I'm here. So that's awesome.
There's definitely been I'm not saying this is like a very like widespread shift, but at least with our friends, there's definitely been a shift in the attitude towards sleepovers. We've had good sleepovers, and we've had sleepover failures where we get a call in the middle of the night. I'm sure you guys have at some point maybe experienced that, but my girls have also become more vocal about when they want to sleep over and when they just want to stay late. And staying later seems to be the preference, not just between parents, but also kids. I have no idea if that's just something that like has permeated parent culture yet, but that's something that I've noticed in, I would say, more than a handful of parents. Would you guys agree?
We don't really do sleep. She only had sleepovers with her cousin in Germany. She never had a sleepover here with a friend.
Yeah.
Is
I would
that
say-
is that a family rule, Anne, or is that?
No, it has never come up. She's never asked for it. But she's not a super social kid who like seeks out wanting to play with others. If others want to play with her, she's like open, and like if she's at the playground, they're awesome. But she's not somebody like, hey, come here, have a friend over. She's totally okay. But my husband and I are both the same. Like, we're totally cool having like people over and having parties, but we're also cool just for 2 weeks just hanging out at home and seeing nobody. Like, that's
The dream.
we just do our own thing. We're also, all of us are very creative, so we just do our own thing all the time. So there's no need necessarily to always have somebody around. And so it's like, do I need to push that more? Like, because she's completely happy and fine not having friends over all the time. If they do come over, awesome. But if not, she's like, I like that for some reason, because I feel like she's less likely to go into like the social pressure kind of thing, or doing things because others told her, because like she doesn't really need the others around. So there's no like, oh, if I don't do this for my friend, they're not going to be my friend anymore. She's going to be like, so what? There's the next person down the street. Like, I don't really, so I feel like I'm less concerned about that. But so the sleepover here just never came up.
That's awesome. I get nervous that my girls, one in particular, is going to succumb to peer pressure more than the other. And it's hard because I want to teach her, but it's like I want to protect her. And sometimes I'm like, I don't think it's the right thing. Like, what am I doing? Like, who do I think I am? That I have the right answer for how she thinks and how she feels and what she wants to do in the situation to develop who she is. And so that's always a really hard hard line for me because there's a little bit of me projecting to be like, I always wanted to go sleep over at somebody's house. And so when I see her going to do that, I'm like, oh man, does that mean she's falling into the reasons that I would want to go sleep with somebody's house? And so it was always a really difficult, in this moment now, it's always a little bit difficult for me to really think about giving her that space and being like, okay, is she being a follower or is she not? So
yeah, I would say that there's definitely there was a lot more novelty in sleepovers when we were kids.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it was.
Well, but there's less connection, I guess, too.
Maybe, but I'm trying to think of a reason. I'm probably just making these up off the top of my head, but I would say like one of the reasons is like, well, yeah, Brofist just said it, is we didn't have social media, phones, and all this connection. It's like the people that we would want to be with anyway, and even to a point, like young teenagers, like my 12-year-old doesn't have social media and won't until at least 8th grade. Not that we're letting her get it 8th grade, we're just pushing the conversation to 8th grade. It's like if they're talking with each other already, it's like what is there left besides physical presence, which to us, that's important for sure, right? But it definitely seems like even when the kids get together, like yesterday we had our middle have a friend over, and half the time they were playing Roblox together on different screens in the same room. You know, like the same thing that they would be doing if they weren't in the same house.
But it's the same thing as playing like Zelda together or like Mario Kart, kind of. It's like you're still
no, it's not, because
a little bit.
You're on the same screen.
Yeah.
But like technically you're still on the same screen playing Roblox. Like you're still in the same
you're on
world,
the same
right?
screen, but you can replicate that connection by not being in the same house. That's where the magic died, right? When we were kids, we would go over to somebody's house and be like, oh, they got Nintendo. They got Super Mario Bros. 3. We're gonna go and play it. Or GoldenEye, which
the best.
resulted in a lot of lost sleep for sure.
I was horrible at that.
I was always horrible.
I thought I was good, never good.
But yeah, that's like there was that novelty. It was like, oh, they had this toy. I remember one of my first few sleepovers. The novelty was they had like an entire Transformers collection, and I maybe saw 1 or 2 Transformers, and being able to see an entire set of Transformers in person blew my mind.
I hear you. That makes sense. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit. Well, in like 30 seconds. Well, a minute, maybe a minute and a half. This is fun, and thank you so much for participating and playing this game. I can't wait to
Let me on.
torture someone else next time.
Nobody cried, Ryan.
I know.
This is
Fail. That's okay.
I will say, see, I'm not a parent yet, so I couldn't have played the game anyways.
But you know what? I would adapt the hell out of it so that I would have to get some answers out of you. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because this is what I want to end on. I want to end on one question. Can I do this? Can I ask a question? Because I love asking questions.
You're gonna ask anyway, so go ahead.
I mean, it's your stream too.
Hey, maybe we'll see. Guys, I want to know this because I was just thinking about this, and it's not now, but there was a funny part of my parenting journey where my girls were learning how to do gymnastics and handstands. Like my daughters were like just moments like they would be on their hand, like they'd be upside down half their life. But at the same time, it was like we were talking about this earlier, how my daughter had answered the door naked today, and I was like, "What are you doing? Like, get away!" But like, there was a moment where like gymnastics had met like the kids that don't want to wear clothes at all. And so it was just basically like naked handstands and vaginas everywhere in my world. Like it was just like way too much for me. So it's just like vagina apocalypse. It was just like everywhere. Just like I was just like, I got to get out of here. But I want to ask you guys this. Where my world would have just been like crazy naked children doing handstands all over the place. If your parenting style were a reality TV show in some form, I want to know what you would call it. Well, what would it be called? And what would the chaos of your reality TV show be about?
Seize the day. Because it's a pun on our last name. We have Seize the Game as our YouTube channel. Seize
Okay.
the Day would be our reality TV show. All about how exhausted we are from going to work right now. But we're not parents, but I'm very thankful to have a very chill husband. We are both very chill people. It probably would be about board games. That's kind of like our goal, is just to do more stuff together and just be present as a family. We don't have kids, but we're in the process of hopefully changing that in the future. So those are things that we've had a lot of conversations on that lately, of just how do we want it to look within our family, because we both come from very different families. He comes from a divorced parents. My mom got divorced at one point. So it's been a lot of conversations of mainly me talking. So probably would be me talking and my husband not saying a single word is probably what the show actually would be.
It's the chaos. And what is a chaos that would develop your reality TV show at home?
Has somebody fed the kid today? We have days where we just like so in our own worlds when we all work on our own projects. We're like, has any of us eaten today? Like, what time is it? Where we're just like, all three of us all have ADHD, so we all don't have a concept of time, or like, yeah, I think that would be not every day, but especially in summer where there's no structure and I can't even tell you what day of the week it is, which is a good thing, I think. Because there's no. But
I love that title. As somebody fed the kid today. I would watch that TV show in a second.
Because he's old enough to get her own stuff, so I'm like, has she gotten herself like something, a snack? Is she not hungry? It's like, have I eaten today? Like, eating is a thing for us. Like, yeah.
I feel like I've made up meals that my kids have eaten. Be like, no, they definitely ate. No, wait. Oh yeah, no, I didn't do that. That was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely
Or
made
like,
it.
oh no, that was yesterday.
Yeah, right. Jason, what's going on over there in Colorado, Mountain Time?
I would say the title would probably be
Mountain Time does exist.
or thank you very much for acknowledging my presence. I would say a clever play on words of Girl Squad, because I'm surrounded by it. I'm literally up to my ears in like female energy, and I think I've become very accustomed to it. Like, I think I roll through it really well. I don't feel like I would be one of those men that would like hide or run away somewhere. Maybe in the past, for sure, like earlier. Something along those lines of dealing with all the things that happen in a house full of girls and the dad's point of view.
Yeah.
I would say.
I like that. I cannot see myself as a boy dad at this point in my life.
Not at all.
I just
I
don't
wouldn't
think it'd be
know.
possible.
Daddy, can
Yeah,
I
what's up?
use that chair?
What chair?
My husband and I jokingly
All of
talk
us
about
have
that all the
girls,
time.
right?
My daughter just wants to take my
I
chair.
think so, yeah.
He wants to be a girl dad so much, and I want only boys. Like, those are the things that we talk about. He only wants girls, and I only want boys.
Yeah. I've never
I have
wanted-
nothing else to give. I have nothing else to give. What do you need?
Yeah, I've never wanted boys. When people ask if we're shooting for another one, I'm like, no, I do not want another sex in my house. I'm totally fine being the only guy. I think that's all I can imagine. Sloan, what's up?
She can't hear you.
No.
Here, say hi really quick.
Hey, Sloan.
Jason.
Hi.
Hey there.
Miss
Hi.
you. You're looking fabulous this evening, Sloan.
Well,
Thank
Sloan was on set today. What was the TV show you were on today?
FBI.
She's like on it. It's like
Oh.
Was it CSI?
Huh?
CSI?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's cool.
And And then also tomorrow I'm gonna be on Law and Order.
What? I'm gonna start watching Law and Order.
That's awesome.
What are you doing? What do you do? Oh, you can't hear me. What are you doing on the TV show?
I'm being a sick kid.
Sick kid. Nice. You have it. She has an actor's check on our counter right now. You know that, right?
What's that?
Doesn't matter. So
I've
I
never
think
watched
she's like
it,
she's in
but
like the Actors Guild now, right? Actors, whatever it is.
Auntie.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll go show you.
all right.
Well, guys, we're gonna go. I'm gonna take this.
I said
Bye.
you have to stay. We're going to the park because it's nice out. In mountain time, we still have sunshine. So
We do too. It's just raining, so our sun's hiding behind more rain.
Okay.
all right,
Guys, this was fun. Thank you so much for being here.
Bye, guys. We'll see you
Having
later.
us.
Kate, Ann, awesome, great seeing you guys in person.
Love you guys. Take care.
See you guys next Monday.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully.